We're rolling.
All right.
So, how do I unmute Josie?
I mute myself normally because
Oh, you muted yourself. Okay.
But I can be unmuted if you want me to be. I know it's just like it gets really weird and noisy.
Well, let's see what happens. Right now, it's just you and me, and Son and DeAndre.
And they.
So, Josie, how did you hear about this program?
Facebook randomly told me.
Yeah.
And then I signed up. I mean, it sounded interesting.
And you don't have any interaction with in education before this?
No.
Okay. Well, now
yeah,
you will.
just the beauty of the internet.
Yeah, we don't know who's gonna click on, who's gonna find out about this. And are you in the performing arts?
Mm-hmm. Theater, and I'm in Akron, Ohio.
Mm-hmm. I don't hold that against you.
I don't. Where are y'all at?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So, and are you a professional actor?
Mm-hmm. So I'm actor, director, playwright, and community builder.
Oh, that's a pretty great combination there.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite role you've ever played?
My favorite role I've ever played. I was actually still in school. There was a woman who wrote a play about what happens after Happily Ever After, and there was this character. She took all the Disney princesses and kind of told the Grimm's version, but they all went to therapy, and now they all kind of live in this psych ward together and kind of working through all this stuff. And I played Ron, which is a Nordic god, I think. And she made Ron Ariel, which is the mermaid sister.
Oh.
And she was just the meanest. Like, she jumped on a table and I got to stomp on donuts and pour donuts on them, and it was a really fun role. I got to be in a straitjacket and thrash around. So yeah, it was pretty great.
I think everyone should have a chance to be in a straitjacket and thrash around.
It was a pretty wonderful experience.
I have a theater company. We have a comic routine where you put somebody in a straitjacket and now say he'll get out of it, and he can't get out of it.
Oh. And
he goes out to the audience, begging the audience to let him out, but of course no one will touch it. And he starts crying. So it's one act in a very stupid circus show we do, and then we just leave him in the straitjacket the rest of the show.
Oh. Is it a different actor every night?
No, it's the most pathetic actor that we have.
Oh.
And you just kind of stand there like this.
Oh no.
But it was hard finding a good straitjacket.
Yeah, we had to have someone make it, and make it so that there was a scene change where it had to come off really quickly, so we had to have someone make it for us.
Welcome, Emma.
Who's here now? Is someone else here? Emma. I don't see Emma, but I see an E.
Irma.
Yeah, she.
Do I need to do something to put up on video or no? Nope, I don't. So Irma, put on your video and unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, you can just do it by yourself. To unmute yourself.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted, but no video.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a problem.
Okay.
You're not going to put on your video, Irma?
No video. Is it required?
It makes it easier for me to work with you.
Maybe next time.
Okay. So this is Josie, probably somewhere on the screen.
Hi.
Hello.
And I'm Matt. My name's not on mine, I don't think, but I don't know how to do that. And Irma, how did you hear about this program today?
Oh my God, I don't remember how I heard about you. Probably a search or something.
Mm-hmm. And Josie's an actress, director, writer. Oops. No, was that you? So Irma, how did are you in the performing arts?
Actually, not any longer. I actually just designed product. Well, images.
Mm-hmm. And when you were, what did you do?
A little bit of acting,
Mm-hmm.
stage. Yeah. So this meeting is for performing artists?
Yeah, but well, you don't have to be professional. It can be any level who's interested in any kind of performing arts. I mean, we can work with, singing, dancing's a little bit hard on
Right.
on the computer, but you can work with poetry, music, singing, acting, comedy.
Oh.
Mine would be very difficult without seeing you, but certainly something we can work on.
Right.
So start with you, Josie. Is there something you'd like to work on tonight?
So I don't have anything. So I'm currently working on. I'm struggling with trying to figure out how to. You have no context for anything that I'm doing. So I'm working on a project where I'm interviewing people in my neighborhood about what home means to them, and then like about their childhoods, and kind of taking that work and using it to create a site-specific play that's supposed to happen inside of houses. This was way before all this COVID-19 stuff happened. But we're intending to make a site-specific piece out of those interviews. So I'm trying to figure out different methodology to combine text or some of the interviews and testimonials of people with physical movement, and also pair that with spatial exploration.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily know.
Are you thinking about doing it now virtually, or are you going to wait to?
So I have to still create the piece. I still have people that are a part of my theater company that are still participating. So I'm sending them ideas and workshops and information as I'm interviewing people, and then they're workshopping things and sending them back to me. So we'll probably end up doing like a reading that'll be short, but it's a part of a residency that I have to finish anyway. So it'll most likely be a reading, but if it's able to be something that I can give to my group as this is a different way to explore text, and create new work out of that would be cool.
Right.
I've been taking a lot of like dancing workshops more recently.
Oh, good. Okay.
because of that, because they movement and text.
All right.
They seem to have really good movement and text workshops.
Well, that's something we can work on for sure. Does that interest you, Irma?
Where are you guys local?
Me?
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio, Cleveland specifically.
Oh, I'm in Akron, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
That's
not that far away.
Yeah.
I'm in Brooklyn.
So,
I think it's you, Josie. You and Irma can like try to have a deeper contact, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll put. I don't normally use Teams, but I could. Is this the chat thing? Yeah, I can put my email in the chat for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Where's that? Oh, I see chat.
Is this right? Yeah, can you see that?
I see chat. I'll put in my email too.
Let's see. I think I found it. Show conversation. Okay. I see you. Josie Jones.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I got you. I'm gonna write your email address down.
And mine's up there too.
Yeah,
Oh, you have two emails.
Chameleon Village.
So the ChameleonVillage.com is the theater company that I run, and then the Josie Jones at Gmail is my personal email.
Okay, that's cool. I'll look up ChameleonVillage.com. So, Irma, would it be interesting for you to work with some text and movement?
Well, hold on 1 second, please. Just a moment.
I'm sorry if it gets loud out here too. I decided to be outside because I wasn't sure what we were doing.
It seems wonderful. Great that you have an outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you say work with text and movement?
Yeah, as an experiment.
You mean
So
right here and right now?
that's what this is all about. This is class to work with your material, but I can supply material if you want. So, Josie, do you have any text that would be interesting to sort of start with? Just a little piece.
Yeah.
Like one sentence or two.
Ooh, let me pull it up because I do have stuff.
Right. And Irma, is there some pieces of text that would be interesting for you to work with? Maybe something from a show you did before, or a monologue you've done, or an audition piece?
Oh, no, but I actually was working on a manuscript.
Well, it can be a piece
how often do you meet?
if this goes, we'll be doing it once a week for as long as people are interested, I guess.
Oh, so this is your first meet?
Stuck in your house.
This is your first meet?
This is the first one, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's open to anybody.
I think I would be interested in doing something. I am sort of a creative person, and it sounds like it might be interesting to participate.
So if you have a transcript or something, it can be just a couple of sentences from that. It can be anything.
I am a person who always try to do a bit of tasking a lot of things at one time, and that's what I was in the middle of. I had forgotten about your meet today, actually, and I saw the reminder, so I just clicked in just to listen. That's why you don't have a video of me.
So you're gonna use.
Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull up something. Just give me a moment.
Sure.
Let me see if I can find it.
Josie, you having any luck there?
Sorry?
Josie, you having any luck finding your piece?
Yes. Yes, because I actually, so for the first workshop that I did with my group, I separated some of the quotes from the interviews. So I'm just kind of looking at ones that are a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Or you just pull a couple of lines.
Where are you? Oh my goodness, wait.
One of the people I interviewed said, I'm not saying I don't have any hatred or anger in me. I'm not saying that it's all gone. I can get mad at any point if I look back and think about something in life. But what am I going to gain from that?
I'd like to make it a little bit shorter. Say it again, and we'll just find a place to either start it later or cut it earlier. Say it again.
I'm not saying I don't have. So it's also in his voice. So I'm not saying I don't have no hatred or no anger in me. I ain't said it's all gone. I can get mad at any moment if I touch back and think about something in life. But what am I going to gain from that?
Actually, that's short enough. I think it's a good piece of text. I would do a verbatim.
Okay.
I'm still looking. I don't know. I have something in Word, but I'm having a problem finding the title. I don't know why I would have a problem finding it, because it should be right there with all the other information, but it's not.
Well, keep looking. I'm going to work with Josie for a while, and you'll see kind of what we're doing here.
I have another one too that might be shorter. It's from the same person. It's you can't change what already did happen. Use that as a stepping stone, that foundation. Take whatever experience you've been through and step onto that to get to where you're going, and shit, you're good.
You had a great subject there. Just read me the first little part of that. You can't change.
You can't change what already did happen. Use that as a stepping stone, that foundation. Take whatever experience you've been through and step on that to get to where you're going, and shit, you're good.
Let's just take the very first part of that. Just take the very first part of that. You can't change
what already didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in terms of for you, which between the first text and this text, which one has more feeling for you?
The second one, I think. It's
Yeah,
all
it's
from the same paragraph, but
yeah.
I
The second
feel
one's got a
like
little more punch to it.
it
So let's just take the
resonates
first
better.
and we're going to give you some as-ifs to kind of play with.
Okay.
So you don't even need to look at the paper. You got that little phrase, and do it as if it's a secret.
I found it, but I don't know. It's kind of personal. Maybe it's a good thing that you guys can't see my face.
What?
Am I interrupting somebody? I said I found it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you're gone. No. Where'd you
I'm
go?
sorry.
Where'd you go here? Oh, here you are. You found the text you want to work with?
I'm not visual. I'm just audio right now.
Yeah, but
So if I'm not interrupting somebody, I'll just read a little bit of it.
Right. So Irma, you found a piece of text?
Yes, I did.
Let me hear yours.
Okay, so this is manuscript actually.
Yeah. Just give me
The year was 1981. Prior to 1981, I had spent a great deal of time on my own. Literally, no real family interactions or support at all. I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief, not your typical dysfunction or generational curse sort of thing. This was something.
So Irma, let's really take like one little phrase. Like Josie, your phrase is what?
You can't change what already done happened.
Okay, that's all she's gonna work with, just that little piece of phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So Irma, is there one little bit in just what you read to me that works all by itself?
Okay. I guess I will say I made a decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief. Not your typical dysfunction or generational curse sort of thing.
That's all. End with grief.
Okay.
Up to grief.
Okay.
So just say only that much right now. Let me hear that.
Okay. I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
All right, so we're going to do a different exercise. Josie, you're going to say your phrase in any way you want. And Irma, you're going to respond as if you're answering her. And you're just going to say your phrases back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and see what changes there. So try it. Do it like 10 times back and forth.
You want me to go?
Josie, you start. Yeah.
Me first? Okay. You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Good. Keep doing it, and now start to shift it and change it. So Josie, your text starts it, so you're gonna kind of be the one that's pushing the direction this goes in. So think about being an actor. So however you say you can't change will create that kind of response. So if you go, you can't change what's already been happened, then Irma, your response is going to be in this kind of way, speaking like this. And then it can change, all right? Unless, if Irma, when you speak, it provokes something out of you, Josie, then then you'll be the one that's changing. So we don't know where it's going to go. All right, you get it? Both of you get it?
Yes.
Irma, you get it?
I can't commit to yes, but I'm going to try.
Okay, try. Here we go. And Josie, go.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of pain, a great deal of grief.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
You can't change what already done happened.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Okay, great. Got it. That's great. Now I'm going to start giving you both what we're going to call as ifs. And you do it as if that's what's happening. All right. As if you're both 5-year-old girls.
As if we both, say again?
You're both little girls.
Oh, okay.
I guess let's get them on the floor. You can't change what already didn't happen.
This is kind of hard because that statement is definitely not from a little girl, but I'll try.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Good, good. Now say it as if you are a loud preacher.
Oh, okay. This will be. You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Irma, do it again, and I want you to be just like pounding the pulpit and your arms in the air, and it's 1,000 people that have to hear you.
Okay.
You got it, like that.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Josie, go. Now it's a competition. You're both trying to beat each other as pastors.
Oh boy.
Back and forth.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Bigger,
You
Josie.
can't change what already didn't happen.
Sing it, Josie, sing it. You
can't change what already didn't happen.
Sing it,
I
Irma.
made a decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous.
You know what? I wasn't expecting all of this. You guys, you got me caught up and diverted from what I was trying to take care of. This is interesting and fun, though. I'm enjoying it, but
That's so funny.
You're both natural. This is fabulous. Right? So
Okay.
As if. Okay. As if it's a joke. It's the funniest joke you ever heard.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
But Irma,
Yeah.
because they had caused me a great deal of grief needs to be the punchline. Because and it's a joke ending, all right? Make it a joke. Start over again.
Okay. I had made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
And Josie, you laugh. Try it again, back and forth.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
Laugh.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because
laugh.
they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Do it again, laughing as you say it. You can't stop laughing.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
All right. I want to add to this. And now you're being tickled as you do it.
Being tickled?
You're being tickled.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
You're good with the laughter. I don't think I can compete with that. Okay. Excuse me. I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they caused me a great deal of grief.
That was good.
Excellent. Great. Great. Another as if. Okay, this time as if it's a secret between the two of you.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Even more private now. Try it again.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, start, Josie.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, something more physical now. You're in a war, fighting on the same side, in the trenches, the enemy is coming, you're throwing grenades, you're firing rifles, and you're screaming out these lines. Start, Josie.
You can't change what already happened.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because they had caused me a great deal of grief.
And be shooting rifles, make gunshot sounds with it. Make noises.
I don't know how to
Start,
make.
Josie.
Okay. You can't change what already didn't happen.
Break it up. Break up your text. You can't change. What already been happened. Boom. You know, so break it up with noises.
You can't change what already didn't happen.
I made the decision to stay away from my family members because it caused me a great deal of grief.
Excellent. Great.
Listen, would you guys mind if I sign off now? Because I need to finish what I was working on. I apologize.
No
but
problem.
I
You
did
did
know what
fabulous work. I'm really glad that you came in here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This is fun. It's actually making me feel good inside.
That's the point.
So I look forward to your next meeting. I think you're in there at 6 o'clock.
We had a 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I look
can end
forward to
early. Early. It's never a problem.
Okay, I look forward to the next meet, and I'm gonna email you, Josie, and you as well, Matt.
All right. Thank you.
It was nice to meet you guys.
You too.
Stay well.
You too.
Thank you.
Too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So I see Irma's here. I think she's.
Oh, can I just listen? I'm still working on stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can listen. I was waiting for you to disappear, but okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna keep working with you.
I can keep listening, but
text.
Okay.
Let's find another place to stop. So what's the next piece of it you want to do?
Let's see.
Me.
Yeah, Josie.
What's the next portion? I think if there are any, same thing about there being any tools for creating those things in like making that text into movement.
Right. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to add a little bit more to the text. So
Okay.
just give me another.
Add more.
Text.
From the same vein or something different?
I thought that was a good piece. So I would just say add a few more, add another sentence to that sentence.
Okay. Use that as a stepping stone.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's hear that.
Use that as a stepping stone.
Let's hear the whole thing together now. Both people.
You can't change what already didn't happen. Use that as a stepping stone.
Right. Now, this is your exercise, okay? You are creating your own sign language, and you're going to take each word, like you, and you're going to create a sign for that. Maybe mine would be you. Can't might be that. You know. So you're going to take each word, you're going to say the word, and you're going to create a movement for it. It can be a movement of the arm. It can be, I mean, since we're sort of working in these squares, it should be something that fits in your screen. Your arms, your hands, your fingers. So you're going to create some sort of, maybe you know some sign language, but you're going to create your own sign language that you're translating this piece of text into sign language.
Okay.
Do it in front of me. Say it and show me as you do it.
You can't change. You can't change. What? What? So you can't change what? This is A already. This is already.
Yeah.
So you can't change what already done. Happened.
You know what? That's enough, actually. Let's only do that much. So I want you to keep repeating it so you learn it well enough that you're not going to forget what your signs are.
So you can't change what already done happened. You can't change what already done happened. You can't change what already done happened. You can't change. You can't change what already done happened.
Okay. Now I want you to teach it. So you're not going to do it speaking and moving at the same time. You're going to go, you can't.
Oh, you're frozen. I'm sorry.
I'm frozen?
T.E.A.L.
So
I
break
hear
it up.
you.
Okay. So you'll say the word,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll show the gesture, then you'll say the next word, then you'll show that gesture. So you're not going to speak and move at the same time. It becomes a little more difficult. You'll see.
Okay. You.
Nope, not at the same time.
Oh, so I say you first and then I do it?
Yes.
Okay. You. Can't.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Change.
Good.
What? Already. Done. Happened.
Excellent. Now I'm going to give you as ifs, okay? But it's going to be physical for the most part. So as if every movement, can you see me?
Mm-hmm. I can see you now.
Every movement has to sort of fight through something hard.
Okay.
That even a point is just really, really hard to do. Okay.
With the words, with the vocal words?
The words have to go with the movement.
Okay. You can't change already done happened.
Good. Do the exact same thing again now, and I want it to flow together. So it's like, you can. So that everything, one movement, and the words all go together without stopping between.
Okay. Flowing. You can't change what already done happened.
Good. Now, keep the movements as they are, keep the speed as it is, and now add music to your voice. So it's, you can't.
Okay.
Same speed, same sort of tension in your movements.
Okay. You can't change what already done happened.
Okay, that was nice. And
That was nice, yeah.
That was very nice. But right now, I don't want it to be nice. I want it to be that strength that you had. You can change. So find that muscle thing you were doing before and see what that does to your voice. We'll come back to it again. But right now, it's.
Okay. So the tension, but also the flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's this movement goes to this movement, goes to that movement, goes to that movement, but my voice is happening the whole time.
Okay. You can change what? Oh, sorry, it's not a full sentence. You can't change
Start
what
over, and I
already
want you to
happened.
lower. Start over again and lower your register.
Okay. Oh, you can't change what already done happened.
Good. So now you're going to do that 3 times in a row.
Okay.
Keeping the movement just as intense as it is right now.
Okay.
Letting it maybe expand a little bit each time, and let your voice still keep that lower register, but let your voice explore a little more in terms of musicality. But you can do it 3 times without stopping. So it goes right back to the beginning at the end.
Okay.
3 times.
You can't change what already done happened. Sorry, my street is a brick street also, so any car that goes by is the loudest. So I apologize ahead of time. No, you can't change what has already done happen. You can't change what done already happened. You can't change what already done happened. Woo.
Good. And now, and one thing that we do in my company's work is that when we finish an exercise that's difficult, which that was, is that we come back to some place that's still so that we sort of like digest the experience in our bodies. If you've ever seen someone work with martial arts with swords, they do, and they finish and they go like this with the sword. They put it away very slowly, down on their knees. So we call it sheathing the sword. So you finish and you come to this still place. So now I want you to do exactly what you did before without any sound coming out of your mouth.
Okay.
But hear it in your head and feel it the same way. 3 times again. Now it's just a dance. Nice. You just created choreography. But here's the thing with choreography. You can change the music to it.
Mm.
And then that changes the choreography. So now I want you to do only your movements, but do them as if it's a martial arts demonstration. And I want you to use your voice going, not with the words, but with yeah, hit, yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Fine. It's still going, but it's muted.
Huh? Oh.
I don't know what that was.
Okay. Okay. So loud.
Great. Now do the same thing.
Mhm.
Once through. Martial arts
Okay.
demonstration with the words. But the words are your ha. You get
Okay.
mm-hmm.
You can change what already done happened.
Nice. And just to show that the body can teach the voice can teach the body, don't move at all this time, but do it with your voice the exact same way you just did it. It's all in your voice. Your body's going to be still.
Mm.
You are now master talking to students.
You can't change what already done happened. No, you're right. So it's like, there's this thing that happens.
Do me a favor. Angle your camera up to your face. I
I'm sorry.
didn't see you.
I'm sorry, these glasses are
Try it one more
prescription.
time. It's the best.
Okay.
You can change.
You can't change what already done happened.
Good. Now.
There's like a tension
I know, it's good.
that I have
like
to
that.
hold on to. Okay.
Keep what you're doing. Do it the exact same idea now, but now make it Now make it the master is being very forgiving.
Okay.
But keep the same rhythm of the text, the same way you spaced it out, and some words are stretched and some words are, all right? But it's now the master.
Okay. You can't change.
Even more delicate. You can't
Mm.
change.
Okay.
Yeah. Give it more a lightness.
Mm. You can't change what already done happened.
One more time and even lighter.
Okay. You can't change what already done happened.
And now, bring your gestures back into it, but now make your gestures small, like it's your natural conversation with your hands. So instead of like big movements, they're all very small movements from the master.
And the master is still forgiving?
Still forgiving with the voice, but your gestures are with it.
You can't change what already done happened.
Even smaller, even closer to your face.
Smaller,
Yeah.
but closer here?
Yeah, closer up here. Yeah.
Okay. You can't change what already done happened.
And now just the gestures with no words. But but say it with your hands. Nice. And choreography can become something so delicate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to do what we call polarities. So you're going to do it from this, and I want that to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to end with this, and I want that to be loving. And somewhere in the middle, the anger is going to be equal to the loving, and then it's going to become only loving. So you're going to try to like, you're like doing a mix thing, and you're blending one into the other. You're gonna start.
Okay, hold on, I'm sorry. There are dogs everywhere.
Is that your dog?
No. Am I including the tension, or am I continuing to keep the?
So it's big with tension. So you're going from these big
So I will leave there
to these little delicate movements,
and then melt into the delicate. Okay.
Changing with it. But start as tense and angry as possible.
Okay.
As loving, delicate as possible. So your polarities are close.
Okay. You can't change what already done happened.
Now extend those polarities further. So start bigger, louder, and end softer. And you're going to have to start shifting in the middle more. Okay, so as soon as like this already, it's starting to change. Okay, it's really hard to do.
Do you want the
Level
gestures to be bigger as well, or keep the
Yeah,
same?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And the same rhythm.
Yeah, maybe it'll change some. It's okay. It's okay if
Okay.
it changes.
You can't change what already done happened.
Now do the opposite.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't change what already didn't happen. You can't change what already done happened.
Great. Now just do the physical exactly like that, no words.
Mm.
And now the opposite, no words. And now just like that, but no gestures.
With no gestures. And silent?
No, voice.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm going from the tension to the soft.
Yeah, from
Okay.
big.
From big to little. Okay. You can't change what already done happened.
Loosen it up though, so it's not so clipped. And find that tension of the you can't change what's already done. So make it smooth, but do it only with the voice.
Okay. Can you see me? You can.
Yeah.
You can't change what
Often.
already done happened.
Find it smoother, and
Yeah.
I think it'll help you not to be so staccato. So let
Yeah.
the word you
Comes
can
off very
change
chopped.
what. Yeah. So get out of that clipped thing and let it be more drawn together. One leads into the next one, leads to the next one, and halfway through it starts to go toward loving. One more time. And for the you, yeah.
Okay.
No words.
You can't change what already done happened. It's
You
still
didn't get that
like
at the end, but you're starting to figure it out. You're just gonna have to start moving sooner to the other place. Try again. Come back. And then
You can't change what's already done happened.
Start bigger and smaller.
Yeah, getting to the small part.
I know. After you, it's got to start coming in a little bit. So I think you make it harder for yourself when you make your words. When you go you, it's harder. When you go you can change in the middle of the syllable. So the more you stretch it out, the more you're able to kind of play with it, I think.
Okay. You can't change what's already done happened.
Good. Now try it one more time with the gestures, and let the gestures help you. But you're going from big to small again. Let the gestures help you. We don't know what's going to help us. Is the voice can help the body? Is the body can help the voice? And it's never always one. You know, but you got to start playing around with, you know, and maybe they both can keep helping each other. So I like to break my voice from my body and then put it back together and then take it apart again. And that was something I would suggest to you in exploring your text. So try it like that right now.
You can't change what's already done happened.
Oh, much better.
Yeah, the physical makes it.
Yeah, we just find what makes it easier. So now come back here. And now I don't want you to move. I don't want you to speak, but I want you just to feel the movement as if it's happening, and to, in your head, hear your voice as it was changing, and just see what comes through to us as we watch you. Stay there. So, son named DeAndre, did you feel that? I felt it too.
I felt it. I felt it.
Oh, I forgot y'all were here. Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
We're watching
Josie, lovely work. It's a pleasure to work with you, and I hope we have another chance. But I invite you to start to explore and experiment and bring in anything you want to work on. Anything, big, small, whatever, and we can play around. We can start with body and start with the voice, start with anything. But what you just did today was like a master class. It was really nice.
Yeah, that was great. That was really great, and it really gave me. You said I can watch this again?
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna upload this, and we'll communicate with you on where to find that.
Okay.
Now,
and then if I want other. I'm echoing.
Are you open to continuing on with this?
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna ask a couple of my theater friends who are also trying to figure out how to create right now.
Okay.
And invite them to be a part of it too, if that's okay.
Well, most definitely. Now, we have the pleasure of having Matt with us, and he's open. I think you're open to maybe having the same time every week there, Matt?
Yeah.
Are you open to having the same time every week to keep it consistent? And so you'll be inviting your friends, and so I'm going to be sending you an email, okay? And Eventbrite is where we want them to register, your friends, and we will get them the code and everything. So let's plan on next Thursday. Matt, you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And just let your people know, and we'll be communicating better, that we need the video. We need you guys to have the video access there, and so we can see everybody and let them know it's going to be pretty intense and
interactive.
as you see, he's good at what he does. He's great.
Yeah.
You know,
No, that was great.
so this is what we're here for, and let's grow a network of people that'll come on and connect with people in the community here. That's what we're all about to serve. And we do want, age appropriate, young adults, even kids. Okay. And we'll do our part to keep on promoting this for next week. Okay.
Okay. And what are your names again? I'm sorry, Sona?
And DeAndre.
Sona and DeAndre, we're the
DeAndre.
founders of In Education.
Okay.
And Dave Campbell is also on board with us here today during the meeting. He's our board vice president.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
So we'll be connecting, and I thank you. Now I'll let Matt in the session here.
Cool beans. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
All right.
Use
Take
their
care.
swords. Goodbye.